A message from President Joe Biden.
Betty White was an American treasure, an icon and a pioneer, and she challenged conventions. With every laugh and smile, she opened our hearts. But above all, she moved our souls and the soul of our nation. What a gift we'll always treasure. God bless you, Betty. We all love you.
Why don't you sit here and recall Whistler's father?
Will you stop talking like an idiot, please?
Sometimes I have to talk like an idiot, darling, so you'll understand me.
She really was a trailblazer. She was producing her own talk show in the 50s. I mean, that was just unheard of for a woman to be a producer and to be in control of her own show. And she did that more than once. I mean, in the 50s and 60s, several shows. To have done the things that she's done in front of and behind the camera is really rare.
She clearly inspired me and influenced me because she was a really successful, funny woman. And from the time I was a little kid until just now.
I remember her saying that when she first started on television in Los Angeles, there were only 1,000 people that had televisions. Wow.
There were so many incredibly talented and courageous women who just paved the way for us. Mm-hmm. But Betty was the first, and I think she just never took no for an answer.
No. And just in case you don't understand English, I'll say it in Spanish. No. And now I'll say it in Italian. No.
Say it in German.
9.
I only want one.
She was very strong about all the things that she believed in. We're looking at racial injustice. Betty was someone who wanted everything to be better.
Betty White, was a pioneer in television and film. In 1954, she had a dancer on her show named Arthur Duncan. And she was asked to take Arthur Duncan off the show. And she said no. And for her to do that in 1954 on a variety show paved the way for so many people after him.
Arthur's all set for his number today. This is a fine number for him to do when he was rehearsing Christmas carols all day yesterday. Arthur Duncan and Sing You Sinners.
And we got to meet Arthur Duncan. And he said how Betty White was the biggest influence on his career in life and how, he would never be able to express how important that was. I'm here because of that. For her to say no, it changed the face of television. And it was that type of humility and strength and backbone I try to carry in my career every day.
Arthur, that was just tremendous. Everybody was really going with that one. Did you hear Eddie Robertson? He just flipped himself completely. That did it. Woo!
It was never just about her and her work. She cared about everybody, everything. Betty White, the humanitarian, the animalitarian.
This week on the Pet Set, we have a very special guest, Miss Doris Day. It's going to be a great day on the Pet Set.
First question is always, I know you're so nuts about animals. When did you first get interested? And my standard answer is in the womb. My mother and father were just as animal nuts as I am. I think they were so disappointed when I didn't have a tail and 4 legs. But they kept me anyway, that was good.
And all I can say is Charlie Brown is right. Happiness is a warm puppy.
Do you remember when Betty came out to your ranch?
Yes.
Oh my God, she was in heaven.
Yeah. Her fingers were in fur the whole afternoon.
Yep. I think there was a dog on that side. Yep.
And just Betty at her, probably in her happiest place.
I have always loved animal rights activists, and Betty White is the one I think of first when I think about that. The fact that she put it so into the forefront of her life and her career and made it such a priority is really impactful and said so much about who she is.
I've been working with the zoo since 1971, and everybody here is all the 4-legged ones, and some of the 2-legged ones, not necessarily with clothes on, are my deep and dear friends.
I saw a picture of her with a snake, and I was like, well, the snake looks cuddly. The snake's having a great time. The snake's a fan. I am part of the LA Zoo now, and I think her legacy involved in the zoo really was a part of that.
I am the luckiest old broad on 2 feet because my life is divided right in half. Half is show business, half is animal business. The 2 things I love the most, so no, you'll never get me too far from the animals.
My wife Mary and I took her to the aquarium in Boston on her day off. She was shooting with Mary, and so we said, let's go take her to the aquarium. She loves critters. And I thought maybe an hour, because she'll get tired and then I'll be able to go home and take a nap. Like 4 hours later, scampering up and down stairs to see just one more thing, one more thing, one more thing.
It's one place I've been with Ted Danson that he really did not get the attention that day. All the attention was on Betty White, and it was young people and older people, the animals, the seals, everybody. It was like they knew Betty was there, and I think she just kind of spreads a little magic wherever she goes.
I tell people that when they said, you know, what is your hope for where Betty is right now or something, and I said, I imagine her walking across that rainbow bridge and every animal she has ever loved is there waiting for her, and Alan is standing right in the middle of all of them welcoming her.
Oh, that would be her heaven.
Yeah.
We've made a $500 donation to the LA Zoo to adopt an animal.
Oh,
and then it still kept pouring in from everybody on the crew and the staff. We got another $200 that went to the Moores Foundation in your name.
Oh,
so
you guys I tell everybody gonna listen that I work on the happiest set I've ever worked on in 63 years in this business. But you abuse a privilege. There's no way I can say thank you enough, guys. It's such a privilege to come to work every day. Amen.
Coming up. What are your plans for the summer, Betty?
Well, I'm going to do some what did you have in mind, Alex?
I did this job that I didn't want to do, to sit next to Betty White.
Playing a game with Betty White was like playing basketball with Michael Jordan.
When we return to Celebrating Betty White, America's Golden Girl.